Tank. Say Tank. Alright, Tank says hey. Yep, there's the paw. He says hey. Okay, so if your washing machine is broke and it's doing this, like I just realized mine was doing today, I'm going to show you what it is and how to fix it. So let's get to it. Okay, so I have a Whirlpool, what the fuck ever. This thing was made before the dawn of man. I've had this thing forever. It's been a great washing machine. And the fact that it puts water in the bucket and moves clothes around and gets them clean, I've never had a complaint. Yes, it is rusty, it looks horrible, but it does do a good job cleaning clothes. It could use a good cleaning up. It's been a couple of years since I messed with it. But anyway, here's where we're at. The problem that we're having is this right here. The bottom piece works fine. The top piece won't lock and spin. It's supposed to push your clothes down into the actual wash department. So what we got to do is pop the top off. Down inside of there, you've got a stopper. You reach down and grab that, pull that out, and then right down in there you've got a nut that holds. Now you might be able to see this, I'm not real sure, but right there, see that little tab that comes out? Trying to get it to focus. See it? And then it'll go back in. See that little tab right there? Okay, it's supposed to come out and touch. Yes, I know it's going all blurry. We're getting all blurified here. But it's supposed to come out and grab, and every time it grabs, it's supposed to throw this around. Just like that. And what's happening is those little teeth are worn slap off of it. So what we're going to do is we're going to put some new teeth on it. So what you got to do is you got to take that bolt out. So let's get that bolt out, and then I'll be back. Alright, so we took the bolt out of it, and the whole assembly will come out, as you can see. And then once you get to this point, now is a good time to clean up anything you've got. Looks like I may have like a dead rabbit or something down there. Just clean out your thing. Whatever you want to do, it's up to you. It doesn't matter. You can fix it and put it back in. But this is what you're going to end up with. This whole section right here should come out. If you have one like I got. Now, there may be, I don't know, there could be 100 different kinds. But it is splined, as you can see. Let it focus. Focus. There you go. It's splined, so it does. Don't force it back on. It should drop right back on. I did have to hold it with my hand at the bottom and take it loose from here, but you don't want to over tighten this in case you ever have to get it back off, and it doesn't need to be tight anyway. So let's leave, go out to the shop, and we'll see about fixing those teeth. But all right, we're in the shop, as you can see. Here's our piece to our washing machine. Had to flip the camera around so you could actually see it. And then all this does is pop off. You just got to pop this loose. You can't really do it one-handed, so let me flip the camera around and I'll get right back. Alright, it's raining like hell outside, so you can probably hear that in the background. I apologize for that one, but anyway, here's all you got to do. Just take it, push it forward, it'll pop loose just like that. There'll be a bush in here. It only goes in one way. It's got some slots on it. And on the inside, as you can see, we're going to slide that out. There's our piece. There's our little ears that are messed up. As you can see, they don't have a tooth on them anymore, so they can't bite. Let me let the rain die down and I'll get back to you. Okay, so here's what's happened. Those little teeth right there, that rear one, there's supposed to be one right there on the rear. As you can see, well, hopefully you can see it. It's sheared off just after 150 years of use. So what I've done is I went in and I've actually recut new teeth. Let me see if I can get this to focus. There we go. Yeah, see the new teeth? It's got a new tooth on the back. I've done all three of them while I was waiting on the rain to stop. And all I did was I used a razor blade. This is pretty soft plastic. Just kind of cut back into it. Mine showed where the teeth were. So I just kind of cut back into the teeth, made a new set. I know you're probably getting tired of looking at unfocused crap. Anyway, all right. Anyway, so what I'm gonna do is we're gonna recut the tooth on this one. I'm gonna give you a brief glimpse of how I did it using a razor knife, and let me get all my stuff together. I'll get right back with you. Okay, so like I said before, let me get the light out of the way. I use a razor knife, good sharp new blade. Be careful, this stuff is soft, and if you ain't careful, you will cut. You'll cut yourself. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of give you an idea of what I did to recut this last tooth, so you can see it for yourself. Try to get a close up best I can. Just work with me here. Just make your first cut, make it kind of shallow. That'll give you your shape. Like I said, this stuff is really soft and it'll peel off really fast, see? And and then after that, you know, because what's happened is it's rounded that tooth off. So now we're looking at having to kind of rebuild the tooth. It really only needs a flat face, but I don't know. I don't have much else to do today. And this isn't a fix. This is just a repair. We're just kind of patching it so we can get it back to working until we can get some parts in here for it. You're gonna have to recut a groove a little lower because there really is no tooth, and you don't have a whole lot to go back on. So take your time and make sure you got everything straight, because it needs a straight tooth best you can. It ain't got to be perfect. Like I said, we're not rebuilding it. We're just repairing the broken part. So we're going to come up just a little bit. We're going to kind of cut down and just kind of make us a new groove. Real shallow at a time. We're just going to take little bits off at a time, see? Just very small, skinny pieces. But as you can see, we're already starting to get a tooth back. Now again, your washing machine may not be like this. This is pretty typical for the older style machines, and I actually like the older style machines. Plus, I'm kind of a cheap ass. I don't like buying new stuff. It just seems like kind of a waste of money to me. You know, I mean, if the damn thing washes clothes, there we go. See, now we have a tooth. See, just like that. Bam, we have a tooth. I'll put it in my beard there so you can see it, a little dark background. But yeah, you see we have a tooth. But anyway, I don't know, just buying stuff to be buying stuff, man. That's some of my issues with what's going on. And I'm not gonna get no rant about our country by no means, but this is a little crooked, but it'll be alright. But people, they just, I don't know, it just seems like, you know, well, Becky down the street's got one, or Tom down the street's got one, or somebody's got this, or somebody's got that. And don't get me wrong now, I mean, I have my own, I spend money on other stuff that I probably shouldn't spend money on too, but you know, I just look at some things as, today we're in such a disposable society, man. We throw things away that are perfectly fine. You know, go buy another one, this, that, and the other. And a lot of this stuff, believe it or not, even though it's cheap, or you know, a lot of people think that since it didn't cost a whole lot of money, well, you can't rebuild it, you can't do nothing with it. You know, it's pretty well shot. I think that's gonna get us. See, we have a tooth. Probably the best looking tooth out of the bunch. That one's got a tooth on it too. Yeah, see, I cut new teeth in all of them. And that's really all it was. It was missing this tooth. That one right there is horrible. I think that's the first one I've done. Let me see if I can't fix this one. But, anyway, like I was saying, just because it's cheap doesn't mean you can't fix it, you know. And if it's cheap, it makes it even better, because, hell, if you was going to throw it away anyway, why not try to fix it? You know, give it a shot. What's the worst can happen? You end up tearing it up and throwing it away? Well, guess what? It was tore up whenever you started fixing on it. So, You know, get you some basic tools and dig in there and try. You know, a lot of times you'd be surprised. Man, I spend so much time looking at something and thinking I don't want to go out there and mess with that because it's going to take me forever to fix that. And then I'll wait. And I mean, I'll wait like months before I go out and fix something, just to find out that it took me, I don't know, 2.5 hours. Anyway, that one works. I tried it. That's the first one I cut, and I tried it. So I mean, that's how shallow you got to get it. All you got to have is a tooth. I mean, like these, I just tried to make them real pretty. You know, just tried to make them maybe function a little better, I guess, or so. More like the original. But see, like this tooth here is it started taking up a lot of it, so it got dug out. So I mean, you can work on some of those too. But anyway, this little section here is getting a little long, so I'm gonna end it here. And when I get it back together, get it back in the house, I'll show you dropping it back in. I'll show you how it works then. Okay, so we're back in the house. We got our agitator and we got our spindle. We're gonna put it back together. Pretty simple. Just drop it back down over the spindle. Turn the agitator until you feel it lock into some teeth. Ease it down on it, just like that. Boom! Ease it right down on there. Got that bolt. So we're gonna take it. Mine was a 7/16. As I said before, this thing was made before the dawn of man. So yours probably ain't like this, but if you do have an older washer, this is probably what it's gonna be like. So. Oh yeah, that was awesome. We timed that just fucking right, didn't we? Tighten up your bolt. Like I said, don't have to be super tight. Alright, it's going to take 2 hands for me to do this, so I'll get back with you shortly. Alright, so there she is in action. Back to working. Before, this wouldn't spin at all. It would just sit there. So now she actually rotates all the clothes around like it's supposed to. Should get a much better wash. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. I'll have a lot more of these little things like this for the average do-it-yourself or somebody who doesn't want to spend a lot of money. Until then, appreciate you watching. Later.